All right, three, two, one, let's get it. Welcome back to What's Your Problem, the podcast. I'm your host, Marsh Buice. The three problems that we all deal with: adversity, uncertainty, and complacency. And you need some skills to be able to handle the adversity, embrace uncertainty, and never settle again. And those skills all start with the letter C. You already got them within. You just got to work them so that way you'll never be without curiosity, creativity, continuous learning and action, and productive confrontation. So when you work within those skills of communication, communicating with yourself and with others, doing better with that, curiosity, walking around with wonder and awe, asking questions instead of making statements, creativity, you're not going to have everything that you need. Can you be resourceful with what you got? Get started. Continuous learning and action, meaning that you learn something every day and then you apply it. You put it into action. It's one thing to just be well learned. I've met a lot of people who were well learned, but they didn't apply shit. They could be in the classroom and teach you all day long, yet to go put it into real life examples, they didn't do it at all. So it's continuous learning and action. And then the last one is productive confrontation. Confrontation is key. It's confronting not only what's in your life. Personally, there's some shit you got to confront, just mano a mano. You got to confront it yourself, but also it's confronting things in others. And I don't mean this in a boot up kind of way. It's basically putting boundaries, setting some expectations, which is what we're going to talk about today, setting some expectations of what you won't allow into your life anymore. So those of you who have rocked with me for a long time, you know that I love random reading. And the random reading part is just that. You don't have to read a book cover to cover to be well learned. And so I get bored with books, and I'm kind of ADD in that sense. So I embrace my ADD, and I like to do random reading in the morning. So right now I'm reading The Art of War cover to cover, but I'm doing that more so throughout the day, in the evenings. But in my random reading, I like to pull a book off the shelf, set 20 minutes aside, and see if I can't get something that just triggers it. So pull a random book off your shelf or your Kindle library, or go to the library, go check out 6 books for the week, 7 books for the week. And then go to the table of contents, pick a chapter that like jumps out there at you. And it's funny, you're going to go back to some of the books that you've already random read before. You're going to go back to some of these books, and then it's going to kind of like jump off the page. You didn't even read that section before, or you may be in a different season now, and now you reread it, and it's a totally different shift for you. So it's okay. There's a lot of them, man. I already underlined and everything. I go back to these sections months later, and I'm like, I don't even remember reading that. But now I'm in a different season. So just depending, because we go up and down, we have sideways, north, south, east, and west of emotions and things that are going on. It's okay if you've read that section before, because you may get a little bit different meaning from that. So this morning, at the very end of the book that I was reading Donald Trump's book, Think Like a Champion. And, say what you will about him. This isn't a political stance or anything like that. I'm interested in what makes people think. If a guy like that is successful, shake it, stir it, or mix it, he's successful. So if he's successful, I'm always interested in what makes them tick. And at the very end of the book, dude, when I say the very end, I mean the rest of it was like the epilogue, like the very last section of the book. I very rarely ever read the end of the book. Normally it's just the shout outs and stuff like that. I don't know. Something in the universe told me today, just read the final chapter. I think there was the final chapter and then the final chapter. And this is what he wrote: to much is given, much is expected. And I kept on reading it, but then is like something stung my soul, and I went back to it again. I said, let me reread that. To much is given, much is expected. I haven't heard that before. I've heard it the other way. To much is given, much is required. But to much is given, much is expected. I was like, Well, that's different because you actually need both. To much is given, much is required. But think about this with me. If you do what's required, you meet the conditions to achieve whatever it is that you have to have. But here's the problem with that. It stops short on your evolution because when too much is given, much is required. That means that you get to a level of requirement, but if you're only doing what's required, you stop growing. And this is where a lot of people hit the wall in life because you get to a level of competence, you do what's required, you push yourself to achieve some sort of status, whatever it is, some lot in life. And, it could be all subcategorized. You achieve the fitness, you got the promotion, you got the dream girl, you got the nice house with the pool in the backyard, you got all that. And then you do what's required at that point. It's a maintenance phase. And so all you're doing is you're maintaining. But the problem with this is you're playing to the position, not the opportunity. You're doing what's required today and no more. This is where this gradual erosion sets in because this erosion, nothing stays the same. So you're doing what's required to get through a day, a month, a week, a year, because you don't want to back up in life. But you got to ask yourself, are you doing something that's helping you move forward? Are you doing what's required? See, while everything is moving, everything, the universe, the stock market, the economy, skills, relationships, everything is evolving. Are you? Not if you're doing what's required. You got to this level, and if you find yourself kind of pissed off right now, is where you got to ask yourself, oh, whoa, I've been doing what's required. And this is why life has kind of passed you up a little bit. This is why some of your friends are starting to lap you. This is why the people who once worked for you, now you work for them. The people who you used to work out with are now in even better shape. And you just are trying to figure out how to do less. Too much is given, much is required is very deceiving. It is necessary. You got to do what you got to do. But see, you got to understand, man, there's two sets of opportunities that you have every single day. The first set of opportunity is what you got to do. The second of opportunities is what you volunteer to do. I did a podcast years ago on that. It's about seizing the voluntary side of it to achieve more. And when I say achieve more, man, I don't mean from a materialistic standpoint. Screw all that. I'm talking about inner wealth. That's what I'm talking about. The six-pack of wealth. Mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, spiritually, relationally. Comprehensive success. You need the whole thing. So, to whom much is given, much is required is the cover charge to life. To whom much is given, much is expected. Oh, that's a game shifter. Are you setting some expectations on your day? The expectation means that it's a belief in a certain future. And let me ask you a question. Who in the hell ever says 10 years from now, I want to be exactly like I am today? Nobody. Because you know as well as I do, nothing stays the same. So if you're doing what's required 10 years from now, maintenance, you're left behind. Relationships, skill sets, fitness, spiritual life, professionally, personally, whatever. You're out. when you do to whom much is given, much is expected, this is the duality of sorts. This is where you not only meet the requirements of doing what you have to do, that's the requirement, but then it's also meeting the expectations. What are your expectations? Do you have expectations? And just pause right there and ask yourself, am I living up or down to my expectations? You're living down to them if you're just trying to squeak out a month. Well, that's no expectation level at all. But when you have an expectation that I want more in life because it's available, at the end of the day, let's just stop right there. There's more available to you. Do you want it? Or do you want to put yourself in a position, because this is the youngest you're ever going to be, do you want to put yourself in a position that leaves you vulnerable in the future? Because you're going to get older. Things are going to change. Life is going to kick you in the nuts at some point. And what you do today, based on your expectations for the future, in reaching up for those expectations, putting yourself in position because you expect more out of your life, you expect more out of your relationship, you expect more out of your fitness, you expect to make more money, you expect to be smarter, you expect to be evolving with the times. You're not going to be one of those old farts, I don't even know how to use this thing. Well, be like that. Do you have an expectation? Are you setting that expectation? This is a totally different mind shift for you, man. And what's wonderful, I'm big on simplicity. What's wonderful is you can start right now. Number one, be grateful for what you have. I know it sounds so cliche. I don't have a big gratitude journal or anything like that. But you must take stock in what you have right now in your life. You have a lot. Because there's somebody else who's listening to this who doesn't have what you have. Right? So, to whom much is given. Number one, get out of the scarcity mindset. You got a lot to be thankful for. Hell, if you can breathe on your own, if you can walk on your own, if you can piss on your own, that's a win right there. Huge win. There are people who don't have that, can't do that, who are dependent on other people to help them out. You come and go as you please, man. So, to whom much is given. First off, get out of the scarcity mindset. Be grateful for what you have. But if you're really grateful for what you have, wouldn't you want to grow that? Wouldn't you want to evolve with that? And nurture that? Because you have an expectation that this is a beautiful life. This is beautiful. How much more rich and fulfilling can I make it? It's up to you, based on your expectations. So, to whom much is given, appreciative, much is expected, you're seizing what's available to you. You put yourself in position. And that's how you achieve comprehensive success. That's a key word. I went back and even underlined that. I was like, wait a minute, comprehensive success. Normally when you think about success, you're just gunning for like something. I want to be more fit and I'm going to, and that's all you do. Like you're just lasered in on that one section. Think about a comprehensive test that you had in college or high school. Comprehensive meant that they're going to go back through the whole semester and test you on everything instead of just what was happening during this time. So when you say comprehensive success, that means it goes back over a period of time and that's your achievement, okay? But the comprehensive part is some wins and losses in your life. So you need both. They're great things. Because if you won every time, you wouldn't be provoked to change. You wouldn't be provoked to grow. You'd be like, I'm good. And that's what we do. Too much is given, much is required. It means we're just trying to win. Okay? But I need comprehensive success. It means over a period of time, it is going to be wins and losses. But the losses or what improve my efficiencies, or what build my foundation to protect me, to get me calloused a little bit in a good way, to get me ready, to get me tough, because there may be some tough storms ahead. So it's putting myself in position for those things. It's the losses, improving the efficiencies, the foundation, my know-how, my skill set, my connections, my collaborations. It's moving the needle every day. It's embracing those losses, not trying to shield yourself from them. It's not I want the losses, but it's okay. It's part of it. So I have the losses, and the losses are what help you win again, but win better, win stronger. So you need both. You need the wins to push you through the losses. You need the losses to appreciate the wins. If you won every single time, you wouldn't appreciate it. So it's when you get in these gutter moments and you're like, my God, and you learn different things about yourself and you just go to a different level, man, different gears, inner gears. You had to go to a depth that ain't been scratched in a minute. And you had to go to that depth, those recesses, and then you pulled yourself out. You needed that. Thank God I was losing. So that way, A, I can appreciate the wins, but now B, I'm fortified even stronger itself. This is how you get comprehensive success. Comprehensive is the six-pack of wealth. All right, I'm going to reiterate what that is. It's emotional, it's mental, it's physical, it's financial, it's relational, and the spiritual one. All right, you need all of those things. It's the totality of success, not just successful in one area. You made a whole bunch of money, but then you're an asshole to be around. Nobody wants that, okay? Or you're just jacked fit, yet your relationship is shit because all you do is you're making love to the weights all day long when your spouse wants you to come home and pony up. They want that and snuggle up. Let me say that too. So that's that part of it too. So comprehensive success is the totality of it all. Enough about that. Let me just leave you with this, man. This is what I want you to set the expectations today. To much is given, much is required, but to much is given, much is expected. New level for you. I'm pulling for you. All right. Thanks for sharing today's episode. Keep it simple. Keep it moving. Never settle. Stay tough. Peace.